What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Mad Hatter Radio, reporting live from the other side. In this go around, I want to talk about Fox News and Aretha Franklin. So, recently, Aretha Franklin has passed away. She passed away from complications due to pancreatic cancer. So, rest in peace to my sister. But, so Fox News goes on air, and they have one of those graphics in the background, and this is the Fox News cable, and they have in front they have Aretha Franklin, and not a very you know they could have chosen a better picture of her. And then in the background they have Patti LaBelle. You can barely see it, but if you look, it's like, whoa, hold up, that's not. So they got Patti LaBelle, another black singer, popular black singer, but not Aretha Franklin. Don't even look alike, and they got that mixed up. So people called them out, and it took them a long time to respond, and they finally responded. Right? They were like, "All right, look, they're like, we apologize. What we did is we apologize for cropping Aretha Franklin out in the background photo and not showing more of her." And people were like, "What?" So of course people were like, "All right, let's look more into this," and they did that. The Twitter sleuths, the internet sleuths. And so they looked into it, and they found out that Aretha Franklin was not performing with Patti LaBelle. Patti LaBelle, that was at a Obama performance for Obama and Michelle Obama, I believe. And yeah, Aretha Franklin was nowhere to be found, so they lied. So that goes to show. I'll get more into this, but that's what happened. So they doubled down and they lied. That they lied twice. Like, well, first they messed up once and then they lied. But here's why it's kind of frustrating to me. Like, that's one thing to mess up on, you know, a smaller name person, somebody who's not as popular, or someone who's not as influential. But I understand mistakes are made in news. But come on, man, you're Fox News. You get paid a lot of money. A lot more money than a lot of journalists. You get paid a lot of money, and this is something that people knew about. Like, they knew she was sick and the possibility was there, so stuff should have been ready to go, right? But here's why it's frustrating to me. Because this woman, just the more I think about it, and I hate that it takes me sometimes until someone passes away for me to realize how influential and how important they were in this world. But Aretha Franklin was, unreal. If you look at, she started she started doing her thing since she was like 16 or something like that, and she was just playing for her church, but her father was a reverend, and they were going on tours and everything, and that's how they, got into the whole thing, and then they moved from Tennessee to Detroit, and of course that's where she started getting better, more popular, and then you got Motown happening up there at that time. So yeah, she stole the show. Going to my point, she was the war song. She was the war cry for black people in America during the civil rights movement, when people of color, but particularly when black people were going through what we were going through in this country. She was our war cry. Thinking about that, that's amazing. Like, she was the war drum. She was the marching beat to everything that we did. From freedom to respect. All these things about empowerment of black people, empowerment of black women, empowerment of women. I mean, this woman's amazing. And we still need people like her, and it's crazy because, like, she's the last of her kind, and we're losing so many people, man. And I just look at what's happening now, and I know I'm getting older, but I'm just like, wow, we really don't have people who are like positive like that. She was such a positive woman. In particular, she broke the stereotype of the angry black woman. She was a positive black woman. She was never angry. Positive and strong and godly. You know what I mean? We're missing people like that. I mean, this world, in my opinion, is becoming godless. It doesn't mean you have to believe in a particular religion, but there's no spirituality. There's no sense of mortality. There's no sense of gratitude anymore. And I think this woman had all that. She had grace. She had gratitude, and we don't practice that anymore. And it's kind of interesting, like the culture that we're moving into. and we're losing our elders, man. And I just hope we don't, forget the things that they left behind and the things that they taught us. And again, this woman is she was supremely talented. She was liked by everyone. Can you imagine someone today who's liked by everyone with social media and everything going around? Everybody hates everybody, but this woman, even people who really, if they really knew who she was, you know what I mean? She was a civil rights supporter. Um, she bailed out Angela Davis at the University of California, when Reagan was the governor of California, and they were just going after black people and the Black Panthers. Uh, uh, Aretha Franklin bailed her out, So we definitely got to look into that about just how powerful she was to keep the movement going. And she had this amazing quote. She had this amazing quote. I'm going to pull this up really quick. When she was bailing out Angela Davis, and she says, "Angela Davis must go free. Black people will be free. I've been locked up, and I know you got to disturb the peace when you can't get no peace." Classic line there, you know. But overall, it's just frustrating to see what Fox News did, because it's just like, it's almost like a sneak diss. It's almost like they know what she was really about, so they kind of like, they gave her like a unflattering picture, and then they mixed her up with Patti LaBelle, and then they doubled down on their mistake when it's like a woman just died, an icon just died in our culture, and you just you double down on the mistake. Just apologize and let this woman live in peace. You know what I mean? So that just goes to show me what type of people Fox News are, and the people who follow them, and who never criticize Fox News, and people who don't admit mistakes. Like, what are you, a robot? Like, what are you? Come on, man. Anyway, I appreciate everyone who hung in there and who stayed this long to listen. As always, if you like the video, go ahead and give it a like. Go ahead and subscribe. I'll do more videos as much as I can, as often as I can. Hit the notification so you'll be notified when I upload new videos. And as always, stay woke.